This one goes out to all the fallen heroes who fell and died ever so young. Give me shelter, give me danger. The world is on the verge of falling into permanent ruin as the shadow begins to spread over the totality of all that which is ultimate reality. Just see for yourself how the lands that you love, the lands of your birth, are rendered into ruinous wastelands of nothingness. Of those evil motherfuckers have poured machinations. They get away with murder and they're laughing their way all the way to the banks where the blood money, the capital that comes from the corrupting of the creation that they had marked for effectual destruction is thus filled to the brim. The bank accounts are filled with bars of gold, which were pulled out of the mountains so mined of dynamite to kingdom come. Of the mountains that were purchased for a pittance yielded gold and bullion and silver worth a ton. I'm talking about an entire one single gold mine yielding about $1.4 trillion. And present time currency values will have to fluctuate, but it's all rendered a lie. Artificial light is a motherfucking lie. The lie to end all lies on this world. They've been spun ever since long ago when Cain murdered his brother Abel out of jealousy. He hated the fact that his father was more enamored of his more capable and talented younger son. Cain did not like that any bit, yo. And after the deed was finally fucking done, he fucking took the blade that had been utilized to slice his dear brother's throat. When his brother was not looking, his body began to bleed out. He turned away, and once again the knife that had been utilized to, without a doubt, allow the blood to begin to flow. The knife once again was thrust deep into the chest, and stabbing deep all the way into the heart, pressed all the way through. I must do what I have to do. I don't really like you. You've got to go away. I'm going to hide your body, and when people inquire of your whereabouts, I'm going to provide an alternate story, a fucking alteration, perversion of reality. That's just how it's got to be. Is there anything you'd like to say before you pass away? Oh, you were my brother's keeper, but now you've betrayed my life. Just know fully well that the Lord, the God that created all of us, will know full well what you've done. You cannot hide, you can try, you can run. And just know fully well that your father's gonna banish you too. You'll be exiled, you'll have no friends wherever you go, no matter what you do. You can travel the world, you can create a line, you can find yourself a crew to run with you, but just know your fate is sealed. Everywhere you go, you'll be haunted and cursed by the deal that you made with the devil himself. It was said that the devil, Satan, came in the form of a shape-shifting, sinister shadow folk, whispering, hey, why don't you deal Abel death blow? The motherfucker is running and receives all the favors from a father who cares only for his youngest son. He ignores everything that you do. Why don't you get rid of this problem? Here, let me help you. I provide this counsel, I expect you to follow through, and that's all I'm going to say to you. Only come back to me when you've done what must be done. I only then will allow you to. I don't want you to find yourself weeping and locked and forced to fucking mourn. The morning is a sign of showing a weakness of will. I thought you were fearless and capable of making sure that your brother's blood is apt to spill. There will be no shelter, but there'll be a lot of danger. That's what you're gonna give me. You're like the Lone Ranger. Tonto and the Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger's always kind of bubbling into fucking situations in which he should not have ever found his way out, yeah. Always relying on the Native American wisdom and the prowess and the understanding of how to get by and live and fucking make it across the forbidden terrain. Out in the desert realms and regions of the far, far west. The West most especially blessed, but can also turn rather violent and dark. But a violence most beautifully dark. I'm talking about the justice that's long and the fires that come out of nowhere, yeah. Just because the temperatures have risen to such apocalyptic heights never before realized or measured before. We're talking about temperatures that have not been seen since 65 million years ago, when the ozone layer was filled with noxious poisons that created an atmosphere not much different from what we have seen and witnessed and come to understand. It's the way how Venus remains the hottest planet in all of the solar system, yeah. With the exception of Mercury, which is located too close to the sun. Venus could have been a lot like Earth, but it was not to be so, not to be done, not to be outdone. This Earth is a home, but no matter where you roam, you will find yourself forever fucking marked. Everything you put your efforts towards will fall. The crops that you plant will fucking fail. The children that you try to conceive will all be aborted. The people that you attempt to befriend will betray you and leave you in droves. All at once, yo, you'll become a pariah, march man not to be trusted or trifled with. You'll end your life in solitude and despair. It was said, it was prophesied that you would one day wrap a rope around your neck and place it up onto a motherfucking tree. A tree overhanging a cliff alcove, yo. You jump to set your spirit. You're thinking your spirit will sure be set free, but instead it's going straight down instead of upwards. Heaven will not be opening up for you, rather hell and the gates of hell and the circles of hell await. The ninth and final one is where you shall reside alone. Those who will swoon to come, and millennium following after the deed that you've done. Treasonous out to the kin, to the creator, to the nation. You will be the one remembered as the original arbiter and the executioner of the most evil heinous deed, murdering your brother, your kin, spilling the bloodshed that you have manifested up will forever remain a part of the law that is taught to all the children who will receive the teachings while they are forced to attend Bible schools everywhere across the lands where Christian theology and the tenets of Jesus Christ and the understanding of the Old and New Testaments are. And you're actively encouraged to be read and contemplated and thought about. Yeah, you know. A goddess, but rather a misshapen, ghoulish monstrosity, a perversion of everything that made ultimate reality, ultimately awesome and pure. Goodbye, goodbye, there'll be no shelter for your people, your progeny, yourself most of all. So be gone, do it, do what must be done. Get it over with real quick and be done with all of this. See how your father won't even look your way. He turns and spits in your face, telling you to leave, you're a motherfucking disgrace. How much do I have to say to make you fucking realize that the guilt that you harbor can only be extinguished when you end your light? That's the only way that this is finished. So wisen up and shapen up and do what you must do what must be done under the light of the haze that covers and blots out the light of the sun, the star, and the moon. See how the waning moon sheds all of her beautiful, lovely light. The sickle begins to rise, a rather eerie sight. Do it on that night just before the sun is arisen, so that the peoples can finally find your body fucking hanging upside down with your neck slit, the fucking neck broken, the rope. Of course, allowed the hanging to successfully, and you're like, that was the price that you were always going to be paying for what you've done, for what you fucking did. Goodbye, young